Hey everybody, hope you're all hanging in there okay. Figured I'd do some instructional videos on piano because it's one of my favorite instruments, and I think that's something a lot of us would probably enjoy getting into because, piano's awesome, so why not? Here we go. We're going to start simple and then we'll go from there. So watch however much, however little it's useful to you, and hope you enjoy. And remember, you can tune a piano, but you can't tune a fish unless you adjust the scales. Okay, so right now we're looking at a piano keyboard, and I want to show you, first of all, how to find the different notes. So if you don't know, in music, we use letters from A to G to identify notes, and on a piano, the letters A through G, without any modifications, are the white keys here, okay? And how you identify them is like so. If you find a group of 2 black keys here, as opposed to 3, so a group of 2, and you go one to the left of the group of 2 black keys, that is a C, okay? So there's a C there, there's a C there, there's another C here, there's another C here, okay? And after you find the C, everything else is alphabetical. So if this is C, that's D, then E, F, G. Instead of going up to H, we go back to A, B, C. And look at that, we're back at C, and it's below a group of 2 black keys. Coincidence? I think not. So what I'm going to do next is we're going to play, starting on a C and then playing every white key or natural note until we get to the next C. This is called a C major scale. So I'm going to place my thumb on the C, and then every other finger in order until I get up to the G. I'm going to curve my hand slightly, and I'm going to slowly start with my thumb and play each of the notes. When I get to the E, I'm going to cross my thumb under so it's on the F. G, A, B, C. Then I'm going to start on the high C, not the orange juice, the note, with my pinky. I'm going to work back down. And after I play the F, cross my middle finger over to the E, D, C. And if you put it together, it goes like this. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. That, my friends, is a C major scale. The last topic we're going to cover in this introductory video is how do you identify the black keys and what they are. The black keys are something that we call accidentals, and they can either be flats or sharps. And basically it's what happens when you take a note such as this C. If you go to the black key directly above the note, it becomes a sharp version of that note. So this is a C sharp. If you take the black key directly below a note, like for example this D, this black key is a D flat because it's lower than the D. So this is a C sharp or a D flat. This one here is higher than a D but lower than an E. So depending on the context, it's either a D sharp or an E flat. This is F sharp or G flat. This is G sharp or A flat. And this is A sharp or B flat. And if you start on the F sharp or G flat and you play the black keys in order until you get to the next F sharp or G flat, because of the specific spacing of those musical intervals, because there's 5 notes until you get to the top, it's what you call a pentatonic scale. And within that, you can come up with tons of cool patterns. Anyway, that's your introduction to piano. So by the end of this video, the goal is to have you able to identify letter names on piano by finding their relation to C, which in turn you find by going below the 2 black keys, and then using alphabetical order to fill in the gaps in either direction, and then identifying sharp and flat notes based on their relation to the natural notes, which are the white keys, all right? And an easy way to remember sharp versus flat. Sharp objects are higher above the ground than regular objects because they're sharp. Flat objects are lower than non-flat objects because they're flat. They don't go high at all. So you could say that if you're driving and you hit a sharp, which is higher, you get a flat, which is lower. It's only natural. Hope you enjoyed that little video. More to come later. Stay well and stay safe, everybody. Have a good one.